So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They try again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up. Series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook. Now 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Doubs.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Packers 10, Vikings 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the 10.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, or they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins now. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick.
so they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On second down, it's Jones. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Cook again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
Vikings 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taken from about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
From the 39, Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's taken down inside the 30. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a 2nd NFL interception for him, and he is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
First down, Green Bay.
Here's a give to Jones running left. He's got it to the 43 here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 37. for it with Jones. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down, Green Bay.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's got some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. 6 yards left on 2nd down. On play action, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. He's got the 1st down and more. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook His second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
They go with the option on the two-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember the dribbler, draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
Taken from about the 12, and able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this a very important drive leading to the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Jones. Room here to run. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Running right, Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run. Dillon. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this.